Hi, I'm Tom Volpe from Volpe Woodworks. Over the years, I've had numerous emails from customers asking if a veneer was suitable for making into a lampshade. I've had so many requests that I thought, hey, that'd be a great subject for a YouTube video. I've pulled veneers from my own inventory and taken pictures of them in front of a light bulb. This will give you an idea what to expect from particular species. This particular lamp was made from it was gifted to me from a customer who used veneers to make it that I sold him. Maple, Zebrano, or bird's eye Zebrano, more maple, and sapele. If you have any questions about any of the veneers you see in the video, please comment down below. In fact, if there's a particular species I didn't use and want to know more information about it, please comment down below. If I have it, I'll probably include it in a future video. Thank you very much. For taking the images, I crafted a display stand. The images were taken in front of a 20-inch tabletop lamp like this one. In fact, I borrowed it from my wife. Don't tell her. The display stand is made out of cardboard. It'll hold a sheet of veneer around to kind of curve it around so it simulates what it looked like if it was made into a lampshade. Here you can see what from the rear side of it, how the light projects onto the veneer from the reverse side. For a light source, I picked a from Home Depot EcoSource brand bulb, 100 watt, but what I was looking for was a 1600 lumens. That's the brightness of the bulb. I wanted as much bright light to actually shine through the veneer. In the color temperature, as high as I can get at the daylight value. In this case, 6500K. That's a really bright white light. I wanted that because the wood itself is going to impart a lot of ambers and yellow tones to the light that's shining through. This particular bulb actually has a selector ring on it that you can change the color temperature on it. It does make a difference on it. I tested it, but for this testing purposes, I only used the bright white. I experimented with a few types of bulbs, and I thought this LED bulb with a clear glass envelope would actually work well for this application. But I discovered that you need some type of diffuser, that white envelope that covers the original bulb I showed you in the beginning of the video. This particular bulb, the LEDs burn so bright they actually will cast a shadow because they're adjacent to each other, and that shadow will then show up on the front side of the veneer. It's just very distracting. To make things easier to follow along, I've taken 3 images of each species. The first one is the veneer flat and unlit. The second one is taken from 3 inches away, and the third is taken from 6 inches away from the light source. Bird's eye maple. Boy, what a stunning wood this can be. It just has such great visual interest all on its own, even in a raw form. I was quite amazed at how gorgeous this looked when I put it in front of the lamp. I wasn't really expecting this. The high contrast between the summer growth and the spring growth, that's caused by the way this veneer is actually manufactured. It's rotary peeled off of a log, not shaven in linear form. There's a density of the bird's eyes really make a difference as well. That's just such a gorgeous, gorgeous looking wood. I really wasn't expecting this. Nice amber tone, a lot of browns and reds and such coming through. Same veneer taken from 6 inches away. That hot spot in the middle has gone away. Just overall, such a visually appealing wood. Bird's eye maple. Yellow pine, or more specifically western yellow pine, flat cut. The flat cut gives you the wider sheets, but also gives you the central portion of the veneer where you get those cathedral peaks or those V-shaped grain lines in the middle. Very common wood. Very, very classic. I think this is more in a rustic type environment. Gorgeous looking veneer. I think this would make an excellent lampshade. Really just shows that high contrast between the spring growth and the summer growth grain lines. That hot spot in the middle is because it's taken from 3 inches away, so it's a little too close to the light source. I moved the veneer 6 inches away from the light source, and that hot spot's been greatly diminished. Overall, the amount of light I see coming through this veneer is really high compared to all the other ones. I think this one allows most of the light to be transmitted through the veneer. Poplar, or more specifically tulip poplar, kind of a plain Jane, blah looking wood. This particular veneer I picked, essentially, why I picked it was it has a only cream colors, no the brown or the green hue impinging on it anywhere. I don't know how that would impact for the lampshade project, but if you can find it, look for veneer that only has the cream color available to it. It does accept a dye or a stain very easily. Again, it's tulip poplar, kind of a secondary blah looking wood all by itself, but you'll find here that it's actually one of the fantastic looking veneer used in a lampshade. Poplar being such a plain Jane wood, I was pleasantly surprised at how nice looking this veneer is with the light shining through it. The transition between these spring and summer growth rings, just gorgeous. Here it is again with 6 inches away, less of a hot spot, but again, a lot of light's transmitting through this veneer. American cherry, American black cherry, same wood, flat cut version of it. I wanted the cathedral peaks to be showing up in there, but it's also commonly available in quarter sawn as well. I purposely chose a older version of this where it's already started to transition from its rosy brown pink color to more of a mid brown, just to see how it's going to perform with the light shining behind it. I'm mildly disappointed that the light is not as bright as the previous veneers being tested, but it's understandable. This has already started off to be as a darker veneer. Moving it further away from the light source seems to give it a more even overall warm glow. Hopefully you're getting some use out of this video. If you are, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to my channel. It would really help me out. Thank you. Sweet gum or red gum would make an excellent looking lampshade. The colors are so variegated in this particular species. It's hard to give you an idea of the actual definitive color difference for this particular species. I just find this particular veneer so visually appealing, just the dramatic contrast between the sapwood and the heartwood. This is the 6-inch away image. Gives a little more amber or yellow tones to it, but I just find it's a gorgeous looking wood. Japanese sen. It's a open pore wood, very fine grain. Open pore wood, very similar to ash. It's gorgeous wood all on its own. It does make a nice looking lampshade. Because of the open pores, you probably would have to add a diffuser to it. You can see here that a lot more of the light is shining through the open grain of the open pores of the wood. This is the 6-inch away image. The hot spot in the middle is eliminated, but the open pore is still a little light, let all the light through. I just love how the grain is really accentuated in this particular species. Mazur birch or Carillion birch burl, gorgeous wood all on its own, but boy does it make a fantastic looking lampshade. A little bit of a hot spot in this one, but the overall effect is just stunning. Here it is taken from 6 inches away. Those little hot spots are actually the little pips that you'll have that are letting a lot of light shine through. You have to deal with that. Steam Beach. This is the sleeper veneer from the bunch. I was quite surprised at how good looking of a veneer this is used for a lampshade. Other than that hot spot, you can see here when it's taken 6 inches away, the hot spot goes away. It's just so visually stunning. I was quite surprised that that dull looking veneer would yield such a great looking lampshade. Rift sawn white oak, nice straight grain wood veneer. It is an open pore wood, but because of those open pores, you're going to get a lot of the light to shine through those open pores. I would recommend that a diffuser of some sort be applied to the rear side of the veneer. Rustic oak, it is the exact opposite of the rift oak. There's no straight grain lines on it. That's what I like about this. It actually has a nice swirl of pattern to it. The way the grain lines are contoured around the bark inclusions. It is an open pore wood just like regular oak, so therefore you're going to have to deal with the open pore, the amount of light shining through those open pores. Plain sawn maple, kind of a blah looking veneer. However, it is available typically in some wider sheets. It's not uncommon for it to have some cosmetic flaws such as tiny pin knots and or mineral streaks. It does make a nice looking lampshade though. You can see here the cathedral peaks are accentuated, and even with those cosmetic flaws that are found, I actually think of it as more like character marks in it. I saved the best for last. Figured maple. otherwise known as curly maple, flame maple, tiger maple. It's just an adjective, but it's essentially the amount of degree of figure the amount of degree of figure the veneer possesses. This is a gorgeous piece of veneer just laying by itself, but when I backlit it, boy, did it come to life. This is actually probably of all the ones I've tested, this is probably my favorite. If you have a favorite, please comment down below. I'd like to know what you're thinking. As I said, this curly maple or the figured maple is my favorite, and then followed by the steam beech and then the sweet gum. Again, if you have any comments, need information about any of the veneers you see in the video, please comment down below. I'd love to hear what your opinions are on some of them. Well, thanks for watching the video. If you found it useful, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to my channel. It really would help me build my YouTube reputation. If you have any questions about anything, any of the veneers you've seen in the video, please comment down below. Hopefully it has inspired you to possibly make a lampshade for yourself. And one thing I want to point out to you, make sure that if you do want to make one, that you get raw wood veneer. Raw wood veneers essentially looks the same on both surfaces. You'll see a lot of veneers being advertised as being paper backed. So it has a paper backing fused to the veneer wood itself. This will not transmit the light that you need for it. Again, if you have any questions about any of the veneer you've seen in the video, please comment down below. If you have an idea for a veneer that you want to see information on, please comment down below. Thank you very much.